Are you curious about where high-end photography is heading next? Today, we are unpacking some major leaks around the upcoming Sony A7R6, along with unexpected developments from Canon that could completely reshape how lenses work across systems. Drop your thoughts in the comments early, because this one gets interesting fast. We're also diving into an incredible Red Bull back photography project that pushes creative limits, plus a few April Fool's tech ideas that were so good they almost felt real. From printing your own camera accessories to whispers about Sony stepping back from memory cards, there's a lot to break down here. Right now, the conversation around the Sony A7R6 is reaching serious momentum, and the rumored specifications are turning heads everywhere. Early reports point to a massive 67-megapixel sensor, which has set a new benchmark for detail in both landscape and commercial photography. While the Sony A7RV already delivers incredible performance, one of its long-standing limitations has been slower readout speeds, especially noticeable in fast action or video due to rolling shutter. The latest leaks suggest Sony is tackling that directly with a significantly faster sensor and enough processing power to potentially support 10K video. That combination of resolution and speed could completely change expectations for hybrid shooters. For anyone who already feels limited by 40 or 50 megapixels, this camera is shaping up to be a serious step forward. It will likely come at a premium, but with AI-enhanced autofocus and extreme cropping flexibility, it is clearly positioned as one of the most anticipated releases of 2026. Shifting focus to Canon, there is a surprisingly confusing situation developing around their RF mount ecosystem. For years, photographers have pointed to the lack of third-party lenses from companies like Sigma Corporation and Tamron as a major drawback. The general belief has been that Canon was actively preventing these brands from entering the space. However, a recent statement from Canon suggests otherwise. According to their representative, they are not explicitly blocking third-party manufacturers, but they are also not providing the technical data needed to make full-frame autofocus lenses. This creates a gray area that has left the industry puzzled, especially considering Canon has previously taken legal action against smaller manufacturers producing RF-compatible lenses. If Sigma and others eventually gain access, it could dramatically shift market dynamics, especially since many photographers have migrated towards Sony or Nikon due to cost concerns around native Canon lenses. On the creative side, one of the most ambitious recent shoots comes from Red Bull, where a photographer attempted to capture paragliders flying directly across the northern lights. This was not a simple shoot by any means. It required months of planning, coordination of a full team, precise weather conditions, and strong solar activity to bring the aurora to life. Projects like this highlight the gap between casual photography and professional production. When it is just a personal outing, it is an adventure. But at a professional level, with multiple people on-site for days, the logistical and financial stakes become intense. It really shows that sometimes the planning and execution behind the scenes are just as impressive as the final image itself. Meanwhile, Nikon has been sharing insights into how they are refining lens design. Traditionally, achieving higher image quality meant adding more glass elements, which inevitably increase size and weight. Nikon is now leveraging advanced optical engineering and new materials to maintain top-tier performance, while making lenses more compact and portable. For photographers who spend long hours shooting outdoors or traveling, this shift is a major advantage and signals a broader evolution in lens design philosophy. On the other hand, Sony may be heading in a different direction when it comes to storage. Reports suggest the company could scale back its consumer memory card production, focusing only on high-end professional options. This shift is reportedly linked to the growing demand for flash storage driven by AI, infrastructure, and data centers, which are willing to pay significantly higher prices. While brands like SanDisk may respond by increasing prices, Sony appears to be reducing its presence in the consumer segment altogether. If this trend continues, photographers might soon feel the impact when it comes to storage costs. And since it is April, we cannot ignore the tech pranks that almost fooled everyone. One standout was a campaign from Iceland inviting applications for the world's worst photographer, playing on the idea that the country is so visually stunning that even bad photos look incredible. Another clever concept came from Vanguard, teasing a floating camera backpack that, Honestly, many photographers would not mind owning if it were real. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.